What up, guys? I'm gonna be doing a real quick review on the movie Office Christmas Party, directed by Josh Gordon, Will Speck. They did Blades of Glory, The Switch, I think, and they've done some TV. But there's also like 4 or 5 writers, which kind of explains the movie. But if you've liked a comedic movie or a comedic TV show, they probably someone in the cast has been in one of those things that you've liked in the past probably 10 years. So the cast, like Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn, TJ Miller, Jennifer Aniston, Kate McKinnon, Jillian Bell, Rob Corddry, Vanessa Bayer, Randall Park, Sam Richards, Karen Sunny, Jamie Chung, Abby Lee. So they got, as Matt Walsh is in it too, so they got everyone they could, like all the funniest people they could probably get together and afford or come to just play, because the concept of the movie is a great concept. It's like, what about you get Black Sheep, you get Project X, you put it in an office setting, and that's the movie. That's basically the big pitch of the movie, where it's a man trying to, run the company, but there's a sister and he's over him, and she's trying to like chop him at the knees and take it all from him, but he shows a lot of heart and he wants to keep it going for the memory of his father, and because also he's a kind-hearted individual and he loves the people he works with, he sees them as family, and that I think worked. TJ Miller, who's kind of the lead of the movie, he's funny throughout the movie and he shows a lot of heart, but I don't know. It works when it does, and it doesn't when it doesn't work sometimes. The only other, character, and maybe this is comparing apples to oranges, but you could compare it to Chris Farley's Black Sheep. He's a good intentioned guy with a big heart, but, sometimes his motivations are kind of like dumb, right? But when Chris Farley did it, it seemed endearing. Sometimes TJ Miller comes off as a dickhead, But, I mean, he worked. He wasn't like the biggest problem of the movie. The biggest problem of the movie is that it had like 5 writers, and I felt like it was really like out of tone in different places. The third act, especially, is kind of a mess. Just because like out of nowhere, they kind of destroyed the internet, and then one of them kind of just figures it out in a hospital, like, oh, our math's wrong. It's kind of like they sing the Silicon Valley, I think it's like their season 1, the ending, where they try to figure out how many people they could jerk off and as fast as they could, and then that's how they solve the math equation. I figured like that was the same logic they came into, like, they're all in the hospital and they're like, oh, you gotta, they just throw in numbers in math, and it's like, oh, I was thinking about that equation the whole way wrong. And now that's going to solve this fucking problem I've had. So they go back, and she basically fixes the internet and has this breakthrough of how to get everyone on the internet through like any electrical outlet with a laptop and like this old Model 1 drive that they don't really explain. Or, I mean, it's a comedy, so sometimes you could put the side of disbelief, but just it feels like the third act is just kind of a mess. The biggest problem though is that they have so many funny people in it, and they don't let all of them just go all out. Like Kate McKinnon's kind of restrained to being the HR lady and kind of just, and they in the third act they kind of let her say and do more stuff and be more of herself, and that's when it works. And it's like, oh, that's funny. But like the first part of the movie, Rob Corddry's just kind of like mean and stuff throughout the whole thing. He's funny throughout, but there's just a lot of characters where like they're set up, and then they're not paid off. My favorite character was Sam Richards as DJ, just because he was doing really like just noises and stuff. And I think he had the line of the movie where in the third act they're trying to fix the internet, and he just shows up with like a DJ turntable, and he's just like, I don't know if this will help, but I have a turntable. I thought that was so funny just because it was so out of nowhere. But overall, like, didn't take risks. It seemed like a movie that was made with a whiteboard, and they just kind of set up punchline. Then they brought another writer, and then he kind of just tried to, it was almost like a Mad Lib. Like, all right, here's Black Sheep, here's Project X. So it's like huge party in the office, and then it's just a Mad Lib. Sister, CEO, guy, good heart. And it just felt like they were just making a film with puzzle pieces, and it missed the heart and sometimes missed the mark and like being funny. But yeah, I mean, a lot of like those Christmas movies either become classics like Elf, Bad Santa. I'd even say The Night Before Christmas is like a good movie to watch during the Christmas time. But this movie is not really a Christmas movie. It just so happens to take, like, Christmas is in the title, and it takes place in Christmas, but doesn't seem like a movie you'd watch in Christmas. Overall, it's not worth watching in theaters. Like, if you're home and they're playing it on TV, or it's on Netflix, or some sort of like Hulu or something, a streaming device, then I'd totally check it out. But to go out and pay money to see it, I wouldn't. I mean, I already did, but I'm telling you guys, probably skip this one. I feel like this is the harshest I've been to a movie, so I feel bad. But yeah, it just wasn't funny. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Leave comments below. Thank you.